So hi, good afternoon, guys. So audio and voice is clear. So okay. When it come to previous class, we discussed a new concept name called expand CAPM KE calculation and build up CAPM KE calculation. Apart from that, we started a capital structure. On that capital structure, we learned the word called current structure and current capital structure and optimum capital structure. Clear? So when it come to the optimum, we have to check these parameters: ownership point of view, or risk point of view, or KO point of view, or MPS point of view, or EPS point of view. So if you follow any one only sufficient. If you follow risk point of view, forget about the remaining all. Out of risk point of view, what are the plans you have? What are the options we have? What are the composition or what are the mix you have? Out of that mix, which one give a less risk? That is called optimum. If you focus on MPS point of view, out of all mixes or out of all combinations, which combination give a highest MPS? That is optimal capital structure. Guys, clear? So I will raise after one problem is pending is there relating to weighted average cost of capital. So first we solve that. After completion of the problem, we will start the capital structure. I think problem number 5. In your new material, it's a problem number 6. Read the question. SPMBV material finalized, sir. Uh, Monday onwards we will dispatch for online students. See here illustration number 6, as well as in a previous class, in problem number 5 we completed only case A, case B. I said I will explain case C comment after capital structure explanation, right? Now what the question they're asking in capital C? Comment on the appropriate capital structure weights. Comment on capital structure weights. So you already know company have a current or existing capital structure weights as well as optimal capital structure weights. Now you can observe. So this is called current, this is called optimal. When it come to current point of view, weight of debt equals to 0.03, weight of equity equals to 0.97. What's the mean for this? For 1 rupee of capital, they are procuring 97 paise from equity and 3 paise from debt. That's a mix. Are you clear now? Now when it come to optimal, weight of debt equals to 0.12, weight of equity equals to 0.88. Out of 1 rupee, 88 paisa is from where, sir? So now my point is, how you decide which one is the optimum? How you decide out of these two plans which one is the optimum? Either you have to check ownership point of view, it's a theory. Either you have to check risk, it also be theory. Either you have to check KO, EPS, MPS. Out of this question A, question B, what the calculations you done? EPS, MPS, KO. EPS, MPS, KO. You already completed, na? Here what you calculated? KO for current, KO for optimal. Are you clear? Now we can't judge it is an optimal. Based on answers only you have to judge. Now go and check where you will get a minimum KO, that is optimal. Now when it come to what is a current capital structure KO? 15.7%. What about this optimal? 14.83%. How you decide based on KO which one is optimal? Where KO is minimum, that is optimal. Hence proved this is optimal capital structure. That they are recorded in theoretically. Now see answer. The current capital structure reflect the current owner's conservative use of debt. The optimal capital structure can be determined through the discussion with the financiers. The optimal capital structure should be used calculate the what, sir? Lower. What? KO is nothing but weighted average cost of capital. Here you have to write that comment also. For example, in exam point of view, they will give 3 marks, 3 marks, 1 mark. If you not write the comment, you lose 1 mark. Guys, clear? Done. Next, when it come to illustration number 6. Akshay, now okay? Akshay, please respond. You commented no voice, sir. Now voice are clear. So Mahawir Limited has the following capital structure based on what values? Based on market values. Okay, done. Now equity capital 80,000 shares. Each share is 10 rupees. Now 80,000 into 10 rupees, 8 lakhs. But what the amount they recorded here? 100 lakhs. 80 lakhs or 8 lakhs? 80,000 into 10. 8 lakhs only, no? Now just understanding purpose, I am converting it to 100 rupees. Now 80 lakhs. When it come to here, it's a 10 lakhs or 1 crore. 1 crore. Okay, 80 lakhs. No, this 80 lakhs is known as book value. This 100 lakhs is known as a market value. Now, when it come to 15% preference capital, 6,000 into 100 rupees, 6 lakhs. But how much they recorded here? 6 lakhs 21,000. What is the difference? So this is 6 lakh, not the difference about the money point of view, difference about the value point of view. 6 lakhs is known as book value of a preference share capital. 6 lakhs 21,000 is a market value. Okay, done. 14% debenture face value of rupees 1,000. The amount they given in the table is 9,70,000. They specially mentioned it is a what value? Market value. But if you want a book value, how you find out? If you want a book value, how you find out? If you have a number of debentures into face value, you can easily find out a book value. But face value is given, but there is a no number of debentures. Are you clear? So don't confuse, take an assumption. Take an assumption, but that assumption must be relevant. For example, if I assume I have a 100 debenture. I have a 100 debenture. Now what is our debenture value? 1,000 into 100? 1 lakh. But you can relate to this 9,70,000. It's not relevant, but the assumption is right. That's why I am taking an assumption. Company have a 1,000 debenture. Company have a 1,000 debenture. Now what is the book value? 10 lakhs. Now what about the market value? It's called discounted. Sir, clear, sir? So relevant assumption is important. Sir, I am assuming I company have only 10 debentures. No issue. It's the right one. But you have to quote assumption. Okay, done. Next, 16% term loan. How much? 8 lakhs. What about the book value of 16% term loan? For a term loan and a return earnings, they don't have a number of securities. That's why we are not announcing using name called a book value. Guys, clear? Book value is nothing but market value. Okay, done. So KE is requirement, KP, KD, KT. Are you okay now? So what's the illustration number? It is 6. Problem number 6. Estimation of weighted average cost of capital for Mahavir Limited. Now write down the direct formula. KO equals to cost of equity into weight of equity plus cost of preference into weight of preference plus cost of debenture into weight of debenture plus cost of term loan into weight of term loan. This is a way to calculate KO, right? Now we have to do working notes for each and everything. There is no direct information. Now see, working notes. The first calculation, calculation of weights. On that, first you have to calculate capital employed. How we get a capital employed? Sum of all capitals is known as capital employed. Yes or no, sir? Now equity share capital plus preference share capital plus debenture plus term loan. Now please tell me the amounts. Book values or market values? They specified. If they're not specified, you can take assumption or you can calculate both. Are you okay? So inter level they will ask both as per book value, as per market value. In this question they specified. Now what is the book value of market value of equity share capital? 100 lakhs. Tell me in lakhs. Preference share capital? 6.21 lakhs. 6.21 lakhs. What about debenture? 9.7 lakhs. What about the term loan? 8 lakhs. Huh? Now what's the sum? 123.9 lakhs. Amount in rupees lakhs. So the first weight is weight of equity. How you find out a weight of equity? Equity share capital divided by capital employed. Now what is the amount of equity share capital? 100 lakhs divided by capital employed 123.9 lakhs. Please tell me the weight. 0.81. Now weight of preference share capital divided by capital employed. What's the preference share capital amount? 6.21 lakh divided by 123.9 lakhs. 0. Guys, in online students also need to participate in this class, sir. Please comment on your answers. So what's the answer on 0.05. Next, when it comes to weight of debenture, $9.7 lakhs divided by capital employed 123.9 lakhs. Answer. So online students need to follow, participate, sir. Give me your answers in comment box. $0.08. Now what about the weight of term loan? Amount of term loan divided by capital employed. $0.064. So working note 1 is completed. Next, working note 2, estimation of specific cost of capitals or calculation of specific cost of capitals. Calculation of specific cost of capital. The first one, KE calculation. Now when it comes to the calculating KE, you have to decide which model it is, earning model or dividend model or CAPM or realized yield. So you can go and check that additional information. The dividend per share expected for the next year is rupees 3.5, is expected to grow at 12%. Preference, that is given information about the equity. Next they started preference calculation. Next they started debenture calculation. Now based on this sentence, I understand it is a dividend with growth model. D1 divided by P0 plus growth. D1 equals to expected dividend. Are you agree for this name? Expected or next year or estimated? Given D1 or D0 in the question? D1 only. Why? Because they said expected. How much? 3.5. Sir, if they use a word called current dividend, you have to convert this 3.5 into adding up of a growth. Now G equals to growth rate. given in the question 12%. P naught equals to current market price. How much, sir? Current market price. Current market price is not directly given, but we can calculate with help of number of shares and market value. So what is the market value? 100 lakhs divided by number of shares given in the question, 80,000. 125 rupees. Very, very important point. So what's the calculation part for this? 100 lakhs divided by 80,000, 0.8 lakhs. Now all values is there. 3.5 divided by P naught 125 plus 0.12 growth. Answer 0.148 or 14.8%. This is a way to find out KE, guys. So this is a way to find out KE. Okay. Next. KP calculation. If you solving KP, you have to check the preference is related to redeemable or irredeemable. Question itself saying that clearly it is a what? Redeemable. Preference shares are redeemable after 5 years at a premium of 5% on which value? Face value. The discount, premium, flotation cost, all focusing on face value, but sometimes commission, flotation cost, they will charge on issue price. If it is a issue price is more than 100 rupees premium, so underwriter expecting commission more. Yes or no? Then we need to calculate that commission on 110. For example, 10% is a premium. Now what's the issue price? 110 rupees. You have to pay commission on that 110, not 100. Are you clear? That all points you learned in your interest stage. Next. So when it come to KP, I understand it is a redeemable. So preference dividend plus redemption value minus net proceeds or market price. Generally either anyone, but the question specifies is a market price, MP, market price, or you can use the word P naught also, no issue. Divided by n number of years. Average of repayment value and market price. Now what is the requirement? What is the meaning of PD? Preference dividend. Preference dividend, that equivalent to how much percentage? 15% on face value. So 0.15 into face value. Not on total, I am focusing on per unit, per share. You can calculate on total also, no issue. You will get the same answer. But simplifying the answer, I am considering on one share point of view. Clear, sir? Now, so what about the per share face value? 100 rupees. 100, you will get an answer of preference dividend how much? 15 rupees. Per share, you will receive 15 rupees. You can do in a total also, no issue. Next, when it come to what is the requirement? RV. Write down the full form, repayment value or redemption value. What is the words they used for repayment value? They used a word called repayment value at premium. So 100 rupees is a face value, 5% of 100 is a premium. Now what's the total? 105. So if repayment value related information is silent, how they repay? Face value. Now when it come to market price, directly not given, we can calculate market value of total divided by number of preference shares. What is the market value? 6 lakh. 6.21 lakh divided by number of shares 0.6. Answer 103.5. Next, n equals to number of years Given in the question 5. Next, all required information is available. Now we can easily substitute. So what's the preference dividend, guys? 15 plus repayment value 103.5 repayment value 105 minus market price 103.5 divided by 5 whole divided by average 105 plus 103.5 divided by 2. Now just please tell me the capital expenditure first. 105 minus 103.5 divided by 5 plus 15. So what is the numerator? 15.3. Now please tell me the average. 105 plus 103.5 divided by 2. 104.25. So if you want the direct percentage, multiply with the 100. Then if you not multiply, you will get a rate. Now what is the answer? 0.146. You can also use the word 14.6%. So KP completed. What the next one? KD. So go and check KD, redeemable or irredeemable. Debentures are redeemable after. Now what type of it is? Redeemable only now. Now. So redeemable formula, interest 1 minus tax plus repayment value minus market price divided by n whole divided by average. Now I equal to interest. What percentage they given? 14% on face value. Face value we are not taking an assumption. We are taking assumption related to debentures. Face value they given in the question 1000. 1000 into 14%. 140. Now tax rate given in the question 0.4. Repayment value discussion. So there is no clarity or specified. Specified. Face value is nothing but 1000. What about the market price? $970. 970. Market value 9,70,000 divided by assumption 1000 debenture. If you're not taking an assumption, you can't calculate MP. Thus you understand why I'm taking an assumption. Done. Now market price equals to how much, sir? 970. How it came means 9.7 lakh divided by 0.1. Therefore assumption number of debentures equals to 1000. Number of debentures equal to 1000. Now n equals to number of years. How many years? 10 years. I think all required information is completed. Now please substitute interest 140. What about the tax? 1 minus tax. Can I take directly 0.6? 0.6 plus repayment value 1000. Market price 970 divided by 10. Now please tell me direct answer. 0.088, 8.8%. Yes, completed. Huh? Now directly substitute in the formula, you will get an answer. Please tell me the values. K please. 148. Weight of equity please. 0.81. 81. Now what about the KP? 0.146. What about the weight? 0.05. Weight KD 0.08. 0.KD 0.088. Weight of debt 0.08. So we are missed one thing. Not missed, it's a basic calculation, that's why we missed. How to calculate KT? Just interest 1 minus tax. Just interest 1 minus tax. Now here KT equals to interest 1 minus tax. What's the interest the percentage they given? 16%. You can take 0.16 into 0.6. 1 minus tax 0.6 only now. Now 0.16 into 0.6. 0.096. 0.096 into what is the weight of term loan? 0.04. 0. Now please tell me the total answer. Bonalu festival. Tomorrow onwards only na sir, Bonalu. But live students also not came today. $0.139. You can also take it is a 13.9%. The clear sir? So they received 14.004%. They are approximately taken how much? 14%. How much we have? 13 point. So why the difference is came means because of decimals. Are you clear? Don't focus on the decimals. Are you okay? So you can check here, if you add all, the summation will be 1. Why? Because out of 1 rupee we are calculating the proportions, right? Just 0.06. Huh? Okay, done. Yeah, okay. There is a clericals. Due to the clericals, the book answer and our answer slightly different. Okay. So this is a KO related problems we have, sir. Okay. Now, when it come to capital structure, in previous class we already completed net income approach, right? So net income approach, before net income approach, we have to follow the assumptions. What are the assumptions we have? Market have only 2 sources or 2 funds, equity and debt. Next one, KD is less than the KE. Why? Because that is a cheaper fund, tax advantages, etc., etc. Next, guaranteed EBIT. So this is practically not works, but they take an assumption. Next, perpetual life. There is another important also there. Tax. There is a no tax, but we are not following that assumption. Are you okay? Done. So why? Because in your intermediate, CMA intermediate, they provided 2 types of calculation. In one problem, they're taken the tax rate. In another problem, they're not considered the tax rate. Very clear? Both are same right answer only. Now, how to calculate? Calculation part. So here we are focusing on the calculation of the organization value with the direct formula as well as sum of capital formula. So the sum of capital, we have only two capitals, equity capital and debt capital. Value of equity plus value of a debt equal to value of the organization, value of the firm or value of the company. Clear? How to calculate value of equity? Equity earnings capitalize. Equity earnings capitalize. Sir, how we capitalize? If you divided with the rate, the amount of profit will be capitalized. Guys, clear? Here also we done a capitalization. Company profit capitalized with KO, you will get what? Value. Are you clear? So this is a name called earning capitalization method. This is a concept name called what, sir? Earning capitalization method. So you can now go and check in your income approaches. Discounted cash flow method is there. Earning capitalization method is there. Earning capitalization. You already done in your interest stage only, but you don't know that is a earning capitalization. Are you okay? Now here also equity earning capitalization. Here interest capitalization. Are you okay? Done. So this income statement also is there, na? So alternative names are very, very important. So contribution is also be known as variable profit. EBIT is known as organization profit or business profit or operating profit. EBT is known as taxable profit. EAT is known as net profit or net income. Net profit or net income. So don't write here. I will explain at the time of capital budgeting. After completion of capital structure, I will explain capital budgeting. Okay, done. Now when it come to illustration number 13. Illustration number 13. Illustration number 13. A limited and S limited are in the same risk class and are similar in every aspect except that A limited is a levered firm, S limited is an unlevered firm. So you need to learn the two words, not learn, you already know levered firm and unlevered firm. What's the mean for levered? Risk. Simply levered means risk. If company have a, if option 1 company have a equity, option 2 company have a equity plus debt. Out of these two, which one is a risk, which risky, which one is not risky? Option 1 company A have 100% equity. Option 2 company B have 50% equity, 50% debt. Out of these two companies, which is a risky company, which one is a non-risky company? Option B or option A? Option B. If company have a debt, that company owners are facing risk. Are you clear? So that's why if company have a debt, the company name is known as technically levered firm. If company have only 100% equity, there is no risk element. There is no burden to pay irrespective of profits, right? Are you clear? If it is 100% equity, it is called unlevered firm, non-risky firm. If company have a debt portion, it's called levered firm or risky firm. Are you clear? Now, what they saying? In all issues point of view, there are same EBIT, same management, same product, same marketing, all is same. But when it come to risk point of view, A limited is a levered firm, S limited is a unlevered firm. What's the mean? A limited is a 100% equity maintaining firm. S limited is a equity plus debt. Sorry, A limited is a debt plus equity mixed form, and S limited is a equity only form. Are you clear, sir? Okay, done. A limited has a 12 lakh debenture worth carrying what, sir? 12% rate of interest. Both the firm earn 18% before interest and taxes on their total assets of rupees 22 lakhs. So generally EBIT they will give directly. This much is the EBIT, 2 lakhs, 1 lakh, 5 lakh. But instead of that direct information, they are providing EBIT is 18% on 22 lakhs of assets. Now please calculate EBIT. 3 lakh 96,000. For which company? Both. Similar in all aspects. Similar in all aspects. Clear? Done. Next. Assuming tax rate of 50% and capitalization rate is 14% for the. So what is this 14%? KO or KE or KD? Read carefully. KE or KD or KO? KO, that is nothing but KE. KO, that is nothing but KE. Why? Because of 100% unlevered, 100% equity, there is no other proportions. What are the paying of equity is there, na? KE. That is nothing but what happened? KO. Can I use same for A limited? No. Why? Because KO equals to KE plus KD. Guys, clear? Okay, done. Now, can I take KE for A limited, KE for S limited, both are same? KE for A limited and KE for S limited, both are same. Why? Why no? Similar in all aspects, na? Similar in all aspects. KO is not same, but KE same. KO, why not same? Weights. Guys, clear? When it come to unlevered firm, weight is 1. 1 into KE, you will get same answer. That's why KO, KE both are same. But when it come to levered firm, A limited point of view, equity weight is different, debt weight is different, KE is different, KD is different. That's why KO will be changed. Are you okay now? Done. Next. Calculate the value of the both the firm using net income approach. So at the time of net income approach, I expressed one important assumption: tax. So no tax, even though no tax is assumption means what? Even though they given, don't consider. That is the meaning of assumption. But you can see the solution part. Here also they not consider. EBIT less interest, taxable income, and they calculated etc etc etc. The director not tax. Taxable income is given, but they not deducted the tax. Sir, clear, sir? They strictly following assumption. Are you okay? But as a student, if tax rate is given in the question, as a company you need to pay tax. If company have a taxable income, you have to pay tax. Yes, there is a taxable income called what? EBT. If I have a EBT, I need to pay. Okay, done. Both are same, sir. Both are correct answers only. You can consider the tax, you will get the same answer. You can consider, you are not consider the tax, you will get a same, not values point of view and exam presentation point of view. So in exam presentation point of view, what you have to prove? If you focus on the debt, your market value is increase. That you have to prove under net income approach. Why? Because it covered under relevance approaches. Clear? You can observe. Unlevered form means 100% equity. Yeah? What's the market value here? 28,28,571. Levered form means equity plus debt. It means they're instead of equity, they're focusing on what? Debt. Observe the market value. Even though you're not consider the tax, if you consider, same will be happen. Okay, we will solve. Illustration number what, sir? Problem number. Now when it come to market value of firm under net income approach, we have a two types of calculation. What are the two types of calculation? Direct EBIT divided by KO, or market value of equity plus market value for debt. Now which one is suitable for this question? Both are suitable. I think first one is not suitable. KO is not there. KO is not there. If KO is there, you can use direct calculation. If KO is not given, you have to use a market value of equity plus market value for debt. Now how to calculate market value of equity? Market value of equity, EA/ESH divided by KE. Market value of equity equal to EA/ESH divided by KE. They given the EA/ESH, they provided only EBIT. Yes or no, sir? If you convert that EBIT to EA/ESH divided with KE, you will get a market value. Are you clear? That's why they followed this statement. They're focusing on the EBIT. Are you clear? Less interest, EBIT less tax, you will get EAT. There is no preference share capital. That's why EAT is nothing but EA/ESH divided with KE. You will get both the firms equity capital value. Now if you add debt value, you will get a market value of the firm. The debt value directly given in the question, 12 lakhs. For which limited? Both are only one limited. Which one? A1. So now can I take an assumption, not assumption, can I say like this? Market value of S limited is nothing but market value of equity. Market value of S limited is nothing but market value of equity. Market value of A limited equals to market value of equity plus market value for debt. Clear? Done? Estimation of, sir, conceptually you need to have a sound knowledge, sir. It's just basic problems. By using this knowledge, you can crack any problem they given in the question paper. Are you okay? That's why I'm saying each and everything detailingly. Now, estimation of market value of a firm under net income approach for A and S limited. A and S limited. A and S limited. Particulars. S limited at the rate of unlevered firm. A limited, what firm it is? Levered firm. In exam, you have a sufficient time, go with the borders box type. Are you clear? You don't have a sufficient time, then just write like this. You have a sufficient time, go with the box. It will show a good presentation. Okay. Now, generally, we learned formula is different. We are doing a calculation is different for presentation purpose. Okay. Now, where we start, sir? EBIT. EBIT. Amount is not directly given. We have to calculate 22 lakhs into 18%. 22 lakhs into 18%. How much? 3,96,000 of S limited. What about the A limited? Same. 3,96,000 less interest. Amount is given or we have to find out. So we have to find out 12 lakh is the debt value, rate also given. See here, 12% is the interest rate, amount of capital how much? What is the interest rupees? 12 lakh into 12%. 12 lakhs into 12%. How much? For which limited is the question? S limited or A limited or both? Do you understand the concept here? So when it come to S limited, there is no interest. Why? Because 100% equity. Now what about the A limited? You have to deduct interest portion. Amount please. 1,44,000. If we remove, you will get an answer name called taxable profit. EBT. So for S limited, EBT is nothing but EBT. Are you agree? Why? Because no interest. How much? 3,96,000. What about the A limited? 2,52,000. Now less tax. Are they at 50%? Amount please. 1,98,000. What about this? 1,26,000. So you will get an answer name called net profit. Can I use EA/ESH? EAT is nothing but EA/ESH for this question because no preference dividend. Answer 1,98,000, 1,26,000. Now if I divided with KE, I will get an answer name called market value of equity. Divided with equity capitalization rate. That is nothing but KE. Now please tell me the KE given in the question. 14%. For which company? A limited or S limited? Both. Equity is common. KO is not common. Are you clear, sir? So 0.14. So you will get an answer name called market value of equity. Answer 14 lakh 286. What about the A limited market value? 9 lakhs. Huh? Add market value of a debt. For which limited? S limited or A limited? A limited only. How much? 12 lakhs. Huh? So what is an outcome? Market value of firm. Market value of firm. How we get a market value of firm? Market value of equity plus market value for debt. But S limited there is a no debt, right? Are you clear? Can I use a market value of equity is nothing but market value of firm? Amount please. 14 lakh 14,286. What about the market value for A Limited? Only equity and equity plus debt. Equity plus debt because it is a levered firm. Answer 21 lakhs. Are you clear, sir? That is a cheaper fund if you choose. What happen? Your market value increases. Proved. Are you okay? You have a doubt, you need to mention assumption. Note. Write down the note. The general assumption, no tax. But if tax rate is given, then consider. These theories are framed before 1930s, 1920s, that time, sir. Tax not that much of developed. That's why they take an assumption no tax. Clear? Done. So don't confuse based on the notes answer and book answer. Both are correct answers only. Clear? Now, so when it come to calculation point of view, this is sufficient. Here subject is involved. Sir, what is the subject means? Sir, levered firm means equity plus debt, right? Equity plus debt. Unlevered means only equity. So which company shareholders are taking risk here? S Limited shareholders or A Limited? A Limited. If they are taking a risk means automatically they will expect more or less. They will expect more or less. But what happened? What you consider here? Same. Are you clear, sir? Generally here it will be what, sir? More than the equity. More than this. Are you clear? Why? Because they are not taking any risk. That's why they are happy with the 14%. But when it comes to this company people, they're bearing a risk called debt, right? That's why they will expect more. Sir, okay, it's a conceptually correct. Why you are not take the more value? Why you are consider same value means they said same in all aspects. They said same in all aspects. If they not use a word same in, if they not use a word called same in all aspect, you have to look at this point. Generally, it will be more than the equity from related expectation. Guys, clear? MCQ, there is a chance for MCQ for this area. Next, sir, I will give a clarity on next concept. Okay. Concept net income is completed. The next one, traditional approach. The next one is traditional approach. When it comes to the traditional approach, simple, sir. There is no discussion. It's called limit, sir. It's called limit. So up to limit, everything is advantage. Up to limit, everything is advantage. If limit crosses, what happens? That advantage converted into disadvantage. Or you can focus like this also. Up to limit, everything is disadvantage. If limit crosses, that disadvantage converted into advantage. They followed that principle, sir. Very clear. So as per net income approach, what we are feeling, that is a cheaper fund. If you rises, KO decreases. If KO decreases, market value increases. Okay, happy. For every time if you procure with debt, if you procure only debt, what about the KD? It accumulated, na? The summation of KD, what happened in future? It will be more than the KE. Are you clear? So that's why up to limit, what you specified is a correct. If limit crosses, KD is greater than the KE. If KD increases, KO also what happen? Increases. If KO increases, market value decreases. Up to limit, advantage, market value increase. After the limit, market value decreases because of KD only. Are you clear? That's specified in the traditional approach. Now, advantage. That advantage is nothing but KO decreases, market value of firm what happen? Increases. Why? Because KD is less than KE. KD is less than KE. Guys, clear? Now if limit crosses, observe, summation of KD is greater than KE. Summation of KD is greater than KE. Sir? Okay. Less than, greater than. Guys, clear? Sir, what I wrote here, summation of KD or just KD? Summation of KD. First time I procured debt, sir, instead of equity. 50 crores a requirement is there. Instead of KE, I used KD. Next again 25 crores requirement is happen. Again I choose debt. Again 10 crores is requirement is there. Again I choose debt. Now what happened? 3 KDs increases, no? The summation of KD increases more than the KE. Disadvantage. Because of that condition, your KO what happen? Increases. If KO increases, market value of a firm decrease. That expresses by a traditional approach. That expressed by a traditional approach. There is no calculation part, etc. etc. So what is a traditional approach covered under which kind of approaches? Relevance or irrelevance? Relevant. What is the definition of relevance? Market value change if capital structure. Go and check the before limit market value is increasing. After limit also market value decreasing. Increase, decrease, forget about that. What happened? Change or not change? Change. Clear? Next. Next important concept. Net operating income approach. Or set of theory. Net operating income approach or set of theory. Net operating income approach or set of theory. So this theory also propounded by David Durant only, sir. Net income approach explained by David Durant and net operating income approach also explained by David Durant. So if he find out the mistake in his theory only. The net income is a theory, is a mistake. I need to rectify in a correct manner. That's why they announced a new concept called net operating income approach. Are you clear? So what the mistake he find out means? Simple, sir. Common sense mistake only. Debt is a cheaper fund. That's why I am raising debt. As per net income approach. If you raise the debt, existing shareholder will agree. Why? It's a risk, na? He will not agree. He will just say, I am not continue with you, I can leave. Yes or no? If he leaves, what about the investment? Reduces, na? Now, for the purpose, as a true owner or a board member, I will provide a suggestion. What the suggestion means? We will increase your expectation. You are facing risk, na? We will increase expectation. Please continue with us. If they agree or not. Yes or no, sir? Now what happened? Debt is a cheaper fund. I am having advantage. I need to compensate with advantage to existing shareholders. Is a disadvantage. Advantage, disadvantage. What happened? Balanced. Due to debt, 2% rate is saving to my company. Now what I have to do? I need to compensate the 2% to existing shareholders. Advantage 2%, compensation 2%. What about the impact? No impact. Positive, negative, neutral impact. Now KO will increase or decrease? Not increase, not decrease, constant. KO decreases, market value increase. KO increases, market value decreases. If KO constant, market value also constant. What is the irrelevance? What is the irrelevance? No change in market value even though your capital structure changes. That's why this net income approach is also been known as set-off theory. Guys, clear? Guys, clear? Set-off theory. So write down the 2 points sufficient for this. Propounded by David Durant. Net operating income approach or set-off theory propounded by David Durant. Second point. It is a theoretical concept. It is a theoretical concept. It is a theoretical concept. Completed. Next, write down the third point. Company need to compensate. Company need to compensate advantage they receive. Advantage they receive from debt to existing shareholders. To existing shareholders. To existing shareholders for bearing the risk. For bearing the risk. Guys, clear? Okay. So what are the advantages they received? They need to compensate to existing shareholders. Why? Because they're bearing the risk. Are you clear? So why I use the word called advantage means because of that I receiving a advantage. Are you clear? So there is a no calculation part in this, sir. Are you clear? Just it's a theoretical. That's why you wrote at the second point. It's a theoretical concept. Okay. Now, even though this net operating income approach satisfied the irrelevance definition, the two new numbers came into the picture. So that it's not a shortcut, sir. It's a two names of the economist, Modigliani and Miller. Modigliani and Miller. Now there is a conversation between Modigliani-Miller and David Durant. So the discussion between them is what you said is correct. What you said is correct, but the way you said is wrong. What you said is correct. The way you said is wrong. So this sentence only explained by approach. So it means what you said is right. It means market value not change due to capital structure changes. Yes, it's a correct. Why? Which way you expressed? You expressed with the help of set off. Yes or no? No, that is a wrong. That is just theoretically possible. But when it comes to the practicality, you missing one thing that is called investor mindset. Your company market value depends upon the what? Investor. If investor is positive about your company, he will invest. If investor is negative about your company, what? He will not invest. If he already invested, he will sell this share to public. Yes or no, sir? So why? Because this David Durant is an outdated person. They don't know about the taxation system. They don't know about the share market. But this approach is explained in 1958. At the time, share market also fully developed. So then they decided due to capital structure, market value will not impact that much. You can follow 100% equity, you can follow 50-50, you can follow 90-10, you can follow 10-90. What are the proportion you can follow? You can change. But your market value is not impact that much. When it will impact means if it's purely based on the investor. It's purely based on the investor. That is a practical concept. So net income approach is net operating income approach is a theoretical concept. approach is a practical approach. So in a practical approach, what happened? So investor So investor thinking like this, if company if company if company, he invested in two companies, company A, company B. Company A is livered company, company B is unlivered company. Are you clear? Or you can choose vice versa also. First I am focusing on A livered, B unlivered. He had a two shares or two investment in two companies. Now due to fraud, A company share values are decreasing. So 2000, 3000 crores scam happening in that company. Automatically investor mind what happened? So he will sell this entire company shares. Yes or no, sir? Now because at the time of investment, two company shares are 100 rupees. Due to this what scam, what happen? What about the company A share value? Decreases from 100 to 10 rupees is an example. Are you okay? Now, what he do means, unlevered from company shares is there na, 100 rupees, higher value only na. He will sell that shares. If he sell that shares, automatically that company share value also what happen? Decreases. He will put that money in this low price shares. Are you clear? Now what about the levered firm? The market value is increasing, unlevered market value decreasing. He will do same like that. What happened on point of time? Unlevered value is decreasing, levered value is increasing. At one point of time, both company share prices are same. Market value remains constant. Market value remains same. That's the concept explained by Guys, clear? On that only, we have a new concept name called arbitrage process. Arbitrage process. The shifting is there, na? Levered to unlevered, unlevered to levered. At that process, a gap, on that gap, we can gain profit. We can gain profit. That profit is known as a arbitrage profit. Are you clear? Now, what's the statement they passed approach? What you said is right. The way is wrong. Now, the what is the sentence means? Market value remains constant. Yes, correct. Not based on the capital structure, based on the investor. Based on the investor. Write down the few points regarding to approach. So, approach propounded by Modigliani-Miller. Modigliani-Miller at 1958. It is a practical proof of NOI approach. It is a practical proof of NOI approach. It is a practical proof of NOI approach. Next point. It consider investor mindset instead of capital structure changes. It consider investor mindset instead of capital structure changes. Completed? Huh? It followed a concept name called it followed arbitrage process. It followed arbitrage process. It followed arbitrage process. Guys, clear? Arbitrage process is a next concept. Are you subconcept in approach? Now let us check the calculation part under approach. Without tax, with tax. When it comes to without tax, You have to calculate two things: market value of unlevered firm, market value of levered firm. Listen first. So what is the mean for market value of unlevered firm? Just can I use the word market value of equity is nothing but market value of unlevered firm? Yes or no, sir? Now market value of unlevered firm is nothing but market value of equity. How to calculate this? EA/ESH divided by, any doubts on this? Okay. Now how to calculate market value of levered firm? Market value of equity plus market value of a debt. Now you know how to calculate market value of equity. EA/ESH divided by KE plus interest divided by KD. With tax or without tax? Without tax. We done that only now, previous one. Previous calculation is nothing but this, without tax. Are you okay? But even though without tax, we consider tax as an assumption. After completed, just listen carefully here. With tax, very very important. Under with tax also, you have to figure out two things. One is market value of unlevered firm, market value of levered firm. Listen. Market value of unlevered firm is nothing but, can I use the word market value of equity? Yes or no, sir? Market value of unlevered firm is nothing but market value of equity. How you calculate this, sir? EA/ESH divided by KE. Yes or no? Can I take like this? EBIT 1 minus tax divided by KE. EBIT 1 minus tax divided by KE. Sir, EA/ESH is different, EBIT is different, na? Why you are considered instead of EA/ESH EBIT? Sir, EBIT minus interest, sir. Which company it is? There is a no interest. EBIT is nothing but EBT, sir. Less tax, sir. Yes, 1 minus tax. You will get what, sir? EAT. There is a no preference dividend, sir. EA/ESH. That's recorded in equation mode. Guys, clear? So that is nothing but EA/ESH divided by KE. EA/ESH divided by KE. So this one, both are same or different? First unlevered firm, second unlevered firm. This one and this one. No. This one not considering tax. It means you can write here EBIT is nothing but EA/ESH. EBIT is nothing but EA/ESH. Why? No interest, EBIT is nothing but EBT. No tax, that is nothing but EAT. No preference dividend, that is nothing but EA/ESH. Guys, clear? The difference you have to find out. Okay now? Now when it comes to market value of a levered firm, so it's a different calculation comparing to remaining all. Market value of levered firm equals to market value of unlevered firm plus debt into tax rate. Market value of unlevered firm plus debt into tax rate. Market value of levered firm equals to market value of unlevered firm plus debt into tax rate. So this debt into tax rate is known as tax benefit. The debt into tax rate is nothing but tax benefit. Generally, what the concept we are using for levered firm? Levered means equity plus debt. So how you find out firm value means market value of equity plus market value of a debt. Yes or no? Na? But you can observe here what the calculation they given. Market value of unlevered firm plus market value of debt. It's not a market value of a debt. Debt into tax rate is a specified calculation. Specified calculation. All students thinking that debt into tax rate is known as market value of a debt. Debt into tax rate is known as market value of a debt. It's not a market value of a debt. It is a what? Tax benefit. This is a way to find out levered firm under MM approach with tax model. Hope you guys you understand. Are you okay? Now, if you use this concept, then there is a conceptual difference in above problem. If company have a debt, equity should expect more. Yes or no, sir? By using this, you can figure out that answer. Are you clear now? Okay, done. Illustration number 14. It's a basic one. See? So the following information is available for Blue Kit Limited. NOI, net operating income, 15 lakhs, tax rate 40%, debt capital 20 lakhs, interest rate on debt capital 8%, capitalization rate applicable to debt free firm. The risk class to which Blue Kit Limited, the belonging to 12.5%. What should be the value of the firm according to Modigliani and Miller model? If they provided the word Modigliani and Miller model, you have to decide which method it covers, without tax or with tax. Without tax or with tax. Now tax rate given in the question. Now which model it is? With tax. If it is a with tax, first you have to figure out unlevered firm value. Why? Because if you want a levered firm, first you need to consider what? Unlevered firm plus debt into tax rate. Debt into tax rate. Guys, clear? Now, under with tax model, how to calculate unlevered firm value? EBIT 1 minus tax. EBIT 1 minus tax divided by KE. Divided by KE. Now the point is this one. Net operating income is nothing but what, sir? EBIT into 1 minus tax divided by KE. You will get what? Market value of unlevered firm. So you can say directly 15 lakhs into 0.6 divided by 0.125. How much more? EBIT 1 minus tax divided by KE. 15 lakhs into 0.6 divided by 0.125. How much? 72 lakhs. This is called only 100% equity firm value. But I want equity plus debt value firm. Now market value of levered firm. Market value of levered firm. That is nothing but market value of unlevered firm plus tax benefit. How to calculate tax benefit? Debt into tax rate. Now I already calculated, it is 72 lakhs plus debt value 20 lakhs into tax rate 40%. 80 lakhs, huh? 80. 72 plus 8. Total 80 lakhs. This is a way to find out. Sir, clear? Sir, sometimes instead of Modigliani-Miller, they will give NOI approach, sir. They will give what? NOI approach. Sir, we are not discussed any calculation part in NOI approach. Now, how I calculate? NOI approach is a theory. MM is a practical. That's why I recorded that word. Practical proof of NY approach. So here, if they ask the NY approach, it is nothing but MM approach. Are you clear, sir? NY is a theory, MM is a practical. Only one calculation is there, that is called MM, but they can use a word called MM or NY. There is no special calculation for NY. Any doubt regarding this? Sure. Done. Sir, student have another doubt. Sir, tax advantage we have only on interest point of view, no? Interest 1 minus tax. Tax advantage where we learned, where we studied, interest point of view, not on capital point of view. But here tax benefit word is given where he calculated interest point of view or debt point of view. Debt point of view. It is just a calculation procedure. It is a calculation procedure to find out a levered firm. Are you okay now? So unlevered firm value as well as debt into tax rate. Next. Next, put a heading. Put a 5-star for this one, sir. Lot of problems in our mergers and acquisition also. There is one problem regarding to this. If you want, we can discuss. You can go and check one of the problem in your board of intermediate. They will ask 4 to 5 questions as per NY approach, as per MM approach. That kind of question is there. You can check that question. You get a clarity. So what's the next concept? Arbitrage. So next concept name is called arbitrage concept. So the word arbitrage means selling shares at high price value and purchase shares at low price value. So what's the mean for arbitrage, guys? What does it mean for arbitrage here? Selling shares at high price value and purchase shares at a low price. So we already discussed in previous example. Company A, company B. At the time of investment, both company have 100 rupee share price. So due to some bad issues, one company share price will fall. Are you clear? For example, A limited, B limited. A limited company share fall to 50 rupees. Now what about the B? I'm not express any issue regarding to B. I expressing issue only regarding to A. It means B always 100 rupees. Only fall in A limited. Now which one is a high price share? B. Now sell that share. You have if you sell, you will get a amount now. Invest that amount in low price share. At point of time, what happened? Because of selling, share price will be fall. Because of investment, share value is increase. One point of time, same. Market value remains constant. Guys, clear? That's the meaning of selling shares at high price value and purchase shares at a low price value. Clear? Now see. It is a 100% equity. It is a 50% equity plus 50% debt. Now please tell me which one is a levered form, which one is unlevered form. Unlevered form, levered form. Are you agree? Now, as per example, I told A limited share price is fall, B limited is up. That's why you sell that a high price share, purchased at low price. If you don't know about that, are you clear? How you shift? Either from unlevered form to levered form or levered form to unlevered form. You need to shift now. Arbitrage means low price to high price to low price. You need to shift. How you decide the shifting means based on return on equity. Based on return on equity. Now, for example, return on equity of this levered form 12%. Return on equity of this levered form is 13%. Where you are receiving more profit as a equity investor. Levered firm or unlevered firm? Unlevered firm announcing 12% return to you. Levered firm announcing 13% return to you. Guys, clear? Now, as a rational investor, where you invest your money? Levered or unlevered? Where I receive more equity earnings, on that company I will invest. Now, the person can shift from where to where, sir? Unlevered firm to levered firm. Guys, clear? Unlevered firm to levered firm. This is the way they will shift. So why they will shift means because of high returns. Because of high returns. Okay. Now take another example. Return on equity equals to 14%. Return on equity equals to 12%. Now, in this case, as I want to continue in levered firm is better or shifted to unlevered firm is better? Shifted to unlevered is better or continue with the levered firm is better? If you continue with the levered firm, you will receive 12% if you invest 1 rupee. If you shifted to this unlevered firm, if you invest 1 rupee on that unlevered firm, you will receive how much? 14%. Which one is a better? Then shift to from, then go and shift to where to where? Levered firm to unlevered firm. These two possibilities we have, sir. You can shift from unlevered to levered or levered to unlevered. Are you clear? The shifting is not important. Here assumptions are very, very important. The assumptions are very, very important. For example, what is the first shift? Levered to unlevered or unlevered to levered? Unlevered to levered. If you are shift from unlevered to levered, what are the investment you have in the unlevered firm? You need to invest on both equity as well as debt of the levered firm. Understand the assumption. For example, I have 100 rupees. I have 100 rupees in unlevered firm. I am shifting to levered firm means I need to sell now this. I need to sell. I received 100 rupees. Now that 100 rupees I need to put in where and where? Equity and debt both. Equity and debt both. That is assumption. If you follow that assumption, then only you will get a profit. If you invest that entire amount in equity, if you invest that entire amount in debt, I can't assure for the profit. Are you guys clear? Now what is assumption? If you shifting from unlevered firm to levered firm, what are the investment you have? You have to put that investment on equity as well as debt of the levered firm. Are you okay? Assumption number okay? Assumption number 2. For example, if you are shifting from levered firm to unlevered firm, conditions will be same or different? Condition will be same or differ? Differ. Why differ means, till date I am facing 50% debt risk. Previously I am not facing any risk. Guys, clear? Now second case, what element is came? Risk element is came. For example, here I have 100 rupees. I have 100 rupees. In which value? Equity value or debt value is the question. Or both. As a owner, you have 100 rupees, guys, in levered firm. Where you have In equity portion point of view or debt portion point of view, or both 100% point of view? No, sir. Owner have a what? Equity portion only. Owner have only equity portion. That you don't know. There is a debenture holder. Is the different person. If you wanna sell 100 rupees, where you sell? In equity or a debt or both? Only equity. Are you clear? Now if I sold my equity ownership of 100 rupees, I will investing that 100 rupees on unlevered firm. Yes or no? No. In the traveling of the process, you have to take another assumption. What is another assumption means? You already faced risk because of that company. Now you can bear outside also. Till that you faced in your company, na? Now you can bear outside also. Then how much risk you faced? Add that much of debt amount from the outside. Are you clear? So if you add the debt amount, investment value will be increase. Investment value will be increase. If you put that investment value in unlevered firm, you will get a more ownership. You will get a more ownership. If you have a more ownership, they will share more profit. Guys, clear? That is the second assumption. The second assumption only possible when if you are shifting from levered firm to unlevered. What is the assumption? Add portion of debt from the outside. Why? Because you are capable for bearing the risk. You are capable for bearing the risk. Till that you bear it, na? Now also you can easily handle. Are you clear? Guys, clear? But when it come to you are traveling from unlevered firm to levered firm, on that time what is assumption? Unlevered firm to levered firm, what is assumption? You have to put what the amount of investment you have in equity as well as debt. What about the second assumption? You can procure amount of debt from the outside. Why? Because you are capable for risk bearing. Point to be understand. Okay. Now assumption number 1. When investor shifting from unlevered firm to levered firm. Unlevered firm to levered firm. Investor need to invest amount on both equity and debt. Investor need to invest amount on both equity and debt of what company? Levered firm. You are traveling from unlevered to levered firm. Investor need to invest amount on both equity and debt of a levered firm. So if he invest both equity and debt, he will receive only equity dividend and he will also receive interest also. He will receive both. Guys, clear? If he invest only on equity, he will receive only equity dividend. If he invest on both, he will get both. Interest they will give, as well as after payment of interest, you have a company have a shareable profits, they will share one profit also. Are you clear now? Done. Next, when it comes to assumption number 2. When investor shifting from levered firm to unlevered firm. If investor shifting from unlevered firm to levered firm. Same assumption or different assumption? What's the different assumption? Investor can take loan from outside. Investor can take loan from outside. He had capable of risk bearing. Investor can take loan from outside. He had capable of risk bearing. Now on that assumption, I have one clarity point. If I sell, I will receive some X amount. For that X amount, I am taking a Y of loan. Are you clear, sir? Now, how much I have? X or Y or X plus Y? X plus Y. Guys, clear? But when it come to first assumption, I don't have any extra amount. If I sold X, I will invest that X on equity and debt. Equity and debt. If you understand these two assumptions, we can rock the problem. Are you okay now? Every time it put it in guest list, they're not touched till date, but it is a very, very important concept. Maybe this time also I am putting this as in a guest list. Now just understand question. If you understand the question properly, 60 to 70% of solution will be completed. Guys, clear? Now see, consider the following information relating to two firms, RIL and SIL, which are similar to each other in all aspects excepting, it means one is levered, another one is unlevered. Okay, done. Equity capital is there 1600. That is there 0 400. I decided it is an unlevered firm, it is a levered firm. Now net operating income, can I take it as an EBIT? 100. Interest on debt, because of equity there is a no interest, because of equity plus debt there is a interest. Next, market value of equity 2000. Market value of equity 2000. There is a issues is there. What's the issues? Okay, done. Please calculate market value of firm of R Limited. What is the market value of firm of R Limited? If it is an unlevered firm, means equity is nothing but AO. Now I have a doubt. Here equity capital is there. Here is market value of equity is there. Which one is the market value? Equity share capital is there. Equity is there. Which one is the market value? 2000 or 1000? 2000 or 1000? You have to understand the difference between equity share capital and equity. They're not both or same. They are different. Equity share capital means just equity share capital. Equity means equity share capital plus reserves and surpluses. As a owner, I have a right on both capital as well as profits. Guys, you understand? Now that's why I need to consider what? Market value of equity. Market value of equity. If I sell my ownership, means where I sell? On the 1000 or on the 2000? That's a point you have to understand. If I selling my ownership, for example, I have a 10% of ownership. What is the amount means? You have to multiply with the one capital. Na? I have a 1000 capital as well as 2000 capital. Where I need to multiply that ownership? Equity. Very clear, sir? So if I invest 10 years back, I have a right on that investment as well as profits. Guys, clear? That is a very clumsy point in this question. Now market value of firm equals to what? 2000. Now what about the SIL market value? What about the SIL market value? What about the market value of SIL? 5600. Market value of SIL equals to market value of equity plus market value for debt. What is the market value of equity? 1000 plus market value for debt. Sorry, I did 400. What's the market value for debt? Now what is the total? 1400. Are clear, sir? So if they provided just equity capital, if you they not give equity, both are same. If they provided differently, it means reserves and surpluses is added to capital, and that's the meaning. Are you okay now? సో మీరు ఎప్పుడు కానీ మర్చిపోకుండా ఉండాల్సిన పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే ఈక్విటీ వేరు, ఈక్విటీ క్యాపిటల్ వేరు. రైస్ క్లియర్? ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేసేది ఈక్విటీ క్యాపిటల్. ఆ కంపెనీ నుంచి నువ్వు వచ్చేసేటప్పుడు తీసుకుంటావు చూడు, అది ఈక్విటీ. ఓన్లీ క్యాపిటల్ ఒకటే తీసుకుంటావా, దాంతోపాటు నీ ప్రాఫిట్స్ ఏమైనా ఉండేవో కూడా తీసుకొని వస్తావా? సో ప్రాఫిట్స్ కూడా కలిపి తీసుకొని వస్తావు. కాబట్టి ఏవైతే తీసుకొస్తావో వాటిని ఈక్విటీ అంటాం, ఏదైతే నువ్వు ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేస్తావో దాన్ని క్యాపిటల్ అంటాం. ఇప్పుడు నువ్వు తీసుకునే సిచ్యువేషన్లో ఉన్నావు, సేల్ చేస్తున్నావు అంటే తీసుకునే సిచ్యువేషనే కదా. ఇప్పుడు ఓన్లీ క్యాపిటల్ని ఒకటే సేల్ చేస్తావా, మొత్తాన్ని సేల్ చేస్తావా? ఆ కంపెనీతో సంబంధం లేకుండా బయటకు వచ్చేస్తున్నావు అంటే నీకు ఏమేమి ఇవ్వాలి? వాళ్ళు క్యాపిటల్ ఇవ్వాలి, ప్రాఫిట్స్ కూడా ఇవ్వాలి. బేసిక్ కాన్సెప్ట్. గైస్ క్లియరా? సో షో హౌ ఎన్ ఇన్వెస్టర్ హోల్డింగ్ 10% stake in where, sir? RIL can generate the arbitrage profits by using personal leverage. ఏం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయమంటున్నాడు? ఆర్బిట్రేజ్ ప్రాఫిట్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయమంటున్నాడు. అంటే షిఫ్టింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ వన్ కంపెనీ టు అనదర్ కంపెనీ, ఆ గ్యాప్లో ప్రాఫిట్ని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయడం. సో ఆన్ ద గ్యాప్ వీఆర్ ఫైండ్ అవుటింగ్ ది ప్రాఫిట్. ఆర్ యూ క్లియర్? యు ఆర్ షిఫ్టింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ వేర్ టు వేర్? Generally based on return on equity we will decide, but in this question they specified 10% stake in RIL means what? They're shifting from RIL to SIL. Are you clear now? Now first we don't have a sufficient time, just we calculate in overall. Tomorrow we will present that answer. Okay, now first you have to calculate how much returns I am generating in my existing company. Are you okay now? Now which one is your existing company? RIL. So what is your company profits? What's your company profits? 100. Before sharing of the owner, any settlement to other parties? Because of 100% equity there is no interest. So question also not specifying the tax rate, that's why all 100 rupees can be shared by owners. How much percentage you have? How much benefit you will receive? Related to 10%. Out of 100 rupees 10% means, so existing benefit equals to 10 rupees. How you get a benefit or profit? If shifting to SIL, it will give a more than 10 rupees. It is called arbitrage gain. Yes or no? No. That is the purpose I am calculating my existing profit. Okay. Then step 2, sell your investment. Sell your investment. How much percentage you have? On which value? 1000 or 2000? 2000. If you sold, how much you will receive? 200 lakhs you will receive. You are investing this 200 lakhs in SIL. Where and where? Equity and debt. Now please calculate percentage of ownership you will receive. Percentage of ownership you will receive. Now 200 lakhs I am investing on total market value of 1400. That equal to how much percentage? How much? 14.28. So the 14.28 means this 1400 only equity or equity plus debt? Equity plus debt. So let us split that into individually. If I put 200 lakhs 14.28%, how much? 28.56. If I put 200 wait, sorry 200 lakhs divided by 1000, how much percentage it is? How much percentage? 20%. Now 200 lakhs divided by 400. 200 divided by 400. How much? 50 percentage. So few people are calculating like this individually. 1000 is equity investment and this is a debt investment. But common sense, this 200 lakhs involve equity plus debt. Equity plus debt. That's why we can't invest on individually. Guys, clear? If you put total 200 lakhs in 1400, how much you will receive? 14.28%. Are you clear? In equity point of view, you can enjoy how much percentage? 14.28 percentage of benefit, and debt point of view also you can enjoy 14.28 percentage of benefit. Guys, clear? Now calculate first interest, how much I will receive. Interest, how much I will receive. What's the interest portion they have? 20 lakhs. Out of 20 lakhs, how much I will receive? 14.28%. 2.856 lakhs I will receive. After settlement of all those things, I have what? Equity share. So how we get equity share? Out of 100 or out of 80? Out of 100 or out of 80? Why 80? First I need to settle to equity debenture holder. I settle 20 rupees. After that I have a equity earnings 80. Out of 80 also I have a equity. How much? 80 into 14.28%. 11.424. Now total benefit I will receive if I invest in SIL. 14.28 lakhs. 14.28 lakhs. Previously, how much I am enjoyed in unlevered form? 10 lakhs. Now, because of shifting, how much I am getting extra? 4.28 lakhs. This is called arbitrage benefit. This is called arbitrage benefit. Guys, clear? So tomorrow I will show the presentation also. So you can observe the case B. You can observe the case B. You can observe the case B. Show how an investor holding 10% stake in the equity of SIL can generate the arbitrage profit. It means you are shifting from SIL to RIL. And other points they provided, assuming that market value of SIL is rupees 2000 lakhs and RIL is 1000 lakhs. They changed the market values. Now what is the new market value of SIL? 2000. Market value of SIL. The point of market value of SIL means equity or total value. Market value of SIL means what? Equity value or total value? Total value. Market value of firm equals to, previously we recorded 1400. Now what now? 2000. Now what about the total of release? 1000. So you don't consider above values, consider this values. Are you clear now? Now if you sold 10% stake in, first please calculate existing benefit you receiving. You already in where? You already in where? SIL only, na? You will enjoy only interest or interest also? You will enjoy only equity or you will enjoy interest also? No. Stake where you have? In equity only. As a equity shareholder, you will enjoy only equity. That's a point. Are you clear, sir? Now, what is the equity earnings? 80 lakhs. Out of 80 lakhs, you will enjoying previously 10% only. Benefit in SIL. How much? 8 lakhs. Now you have to calculate the real value. Then you can express the arbitrage profit. Now, if you are shifting from real to SIL to real, there is an assumption. You can take loan from the outside. How much you bear risk in the previous company? How much risk you bearing previously? If you have a 10% ownership, you bear risk also 10%. Now what is the debt value? How much? 400. Out of 400, 10% you bear a risk. Are you clear? That much of amount you can procure from the outside. Nana, clear? Clear? Okay, done. Next. Next, find out the percentage of stake you have. If you sell, how much you will receive? If you sell, how much you will receive? Out of total 2000, if you reduce the 400 debt value, you will get a company equity value 1600. Out of 1600, you are selling 10%. How much? 160 plus 40 you are taking from the outside. Now total ready available investment in your hand 200 lakhs. If you put this 200 lakhs in a real, are you clear? You will get a percentage of stake equals to 200 lakh divided by 1000 lakh into 100. 20%? 20%. Because of having 20% of ownership in a real, you can get a benefit also 20%. Now what is the benefit? 100 lakhs into 20%. Total equity earnings, na? 100 lakhs into 20%. How much? 20 lakhs. Can I enjoy this entire 20 lakhs? Can I enjoy this entire 20 lakhs? Here 40 lakhs were taken from the outside. We have to pay interest to them. Yes or no, sir? If they specify the rate, consider that rate. If not specify, go with the existing rate. In this question, there is no existing rate, but we can calculate with the help of interest amount and capital value. Interest 20 lakhs, capital 400. How much? 5%. You have to pay interest for this 40 lakhs is 5%. Please pay 40 into 5%. How much? Out of 20 lakhs, I need to pay 2 lakhs of interest. Then how much I will receive net? If I am investing in this real, I will get 18 lakhs. Previously, how much I received? Previously, how much I received? 8 lakhs. Now, what is the benefit I received due to shift? Now, tell me, shift is good or bad? Good. The process of shifting, we can enjoy the benefit with help of assumptions only. For example, if shifting from the levered to unlevered, you are not taking any loan from the outside. Now, what about your investment? Only 160 lakhs. Guys, clear? Huh? So, if you are shifting from unlevered to levered, if you are not investing on both equity and debt, you can't get that much of benefit. Are you clear? So, very important problem, sir. This one. Okay. First, I will express the how to calculate. If you have a time, please write down the solution with neat presentation. Step 1, you have to calculate the existing benefit you receiving. Are you clear? Second, calculation of amount for investment. That is nothing but if you sold in your company, how much amount in your hand. Step 2. Third step, percentage of stake in new company. If you invest that money in new company, how much percentage you will have? Are you clear? Step number 4, calculation of new return in new company. Step number 5, calculating arbitrage profit. New return minus old return, you will get a benefit. By using these 5 steps, please present the answer. Okay. Okay, so thank you. So we will continue next class.